Hi, my loves. Hello, hello. It is Samantha Otero. Oh my gosh, I feel such a cornball with that just now. Anyway, okay. So I have been receiving a lot of questions from you guys as always, which I love, and I literally have a list of like over 30 of them. And I'm gonna be making videos throughout the week answering all of them just to put all this content out there so you guys have the answers to the questions. You have the answers that you need to the questions that you have for me. So today, right now at least, what I really want to speak about is the question that I received about my spiritual journey. Okay, one second. My mouth is really dry. Okay, I'm back. Hello. Yes, and I'm drinking water from my glass water bottle. So this is obviously BPA free and it's reusable. So what I do is I go to the store and I have BPA free water gallons. I have at least like 8 gallons total, and I refill the water like once or twice a week, depending. And then I refill my glass water container, my water bottle, because it helps conserve our planet. It's more sustainable. We're not throwing out water bottles. Even if we recycle them, it's still like supply and demand. So the more that you purchase an item from the store, the more they're going to have to restock it and replenish that item. So it's like, why not just go ahead and try to like make more sustainable choices when we have that option? So let's see. What was I going to go ahead and get back to? Okay. So yes, I've been receiving a lot of questions from you guys. I love it. Keep them coming. I've been going through a funk of my own for a few months now. I've been feeling like sad. I've just been going through a period of like just really sorting through a lot of like shit, sorting through a lot of like things that I've been through previously that I didn't realize I was really just like, suppressing and not wanting to go ahead and bring to the light and talk about. But I have been rereading a book I started reading about a year and a half ago. And it's called You Can Heal Your Life by Louise Hay. And I've been reading that book, and it's been really helping me just like, I don't know, process things and just be okay with life. And sorry, my hair's kind of driving me crazy. And just go ahead and like process things and continue moving forward with my life. It's like I'm tired of just staying stuck. No more stagnancy. We have this life. It's like, oh my gosh, we just gotta like, really just realize the fact that we are alive is such a blessing, you guys. It's such a blessing. So I feel so out of breath. Okay. So, it's this broad, so tight. Yeah, so what was I going to start just now? Yes, so I want to go ahead and share more with you guys about my spiritual journey. So, off Jump Street, it's like initially it's hard for me to go ahead and try to be like, where do I even start with my spiritual journey? Because, everything around us comes from spirit, I feel like So I'll start with this. I really feel like as of right now, where I'm at on my journey, I'm coming to realize that we are all a part of this same like universal life force, like energy, like we are on planet Earth, right? And we are a part of this vast, expansive like universe, and I know we belong to a solar system and we belong to a galaxy, but it's like within, guys, it's just like, when you look at how we are and everything around us seems so big, when you start zooming out and realizing like, oh my goodness, like we are a part of an ever expanding like universe, like, and these galaxies are filled with like billions of stars or suns, planets. It's like, guys, it's just like never ending. So when you realize that you are here having this experience right now, it's like I've come to the realization at this point in time where I'm at that we are an expression. We are each very unique expressions of this larger intelligence, of this larger universal intelligence, And it's like we're here expressing ourselves and communicating the way that we do, in person, whether it's online via video, whether it's on the phone, like we're all just trying to get to know one another, and I feel like in turn, we're really coming to get to know ourselves. Like I said, I go like really like deep with this stuff. That's why sometimes I feel like people ask me this question, and when I start giving my response, like people sometimes start like zoning out or they don't, it's like, I don't know how to describe it, but like, it's not that they start zoning out. I feel like I have to like explain myself a lot more, and it's just like, dang it, like, is this making sense? Like, am I going crazy? Like, it's like, anyway, so yeah, so there's that. And that's where I feel like I'm at right now on my journey. But to go ahead and go back a little bit as to like when I first kind of got introduced to like what spirituality was, I remember when I was really little, my mom always told me that a few of the nurses she worked with in the hospital, my mom was an RN, a few of the nurses she worked with, as well as some of our family, close family friends, they would always tell my mom to make sure that they put, I forgot what the bracelets are called, but I know it's something we practice in Puerto Rico, and it comes from our African heritage, our African ancestry. And it's put on children that are deemed to be like very spiritual, and they need like some type of like protection, you know, like it's almost like an old soul, and it's like, you know, you have to make sure that this child is very like very spiritually like sensitive, I guess, and you want to make sure you protect this child, blah blah blah. So that's like my mom would tell me about that when I was little, and I was like, oh my goodness. And guys, I honestly also had a number of other crazy experiences. Oh my gosh, I don't know if I'm gonna keep this in the video or not. Yeah, I've had a lot, like, to be honest, in my life that I've experienced that was just like not like, that didn't really make sense, you know, but I mean it makes sense now. But anyway, oh my gosh. I have to get used to talking to a camera, you know, it's like, anyway. So yes, let's go back. Yeah, so when I was 4 years old, after all that stuff, I was put in Catholic school. So mind you, I grew up in Brooklyn, New York City. So my parents aren't really religious, but they put my sister and I in Catholic school more for like the safety aspect of it, you know, because the other schools in Brooklyn, it was just in that area were like, they were just like, hell no, they were not having it. So I went to Catholic school in Brooklyn, New York City, and, you know, obviously I know about the Bible. You know, I was in Catholic school from when I was 4 to when I was 14 years old. So I learned a lot about religion. I learned a lot about Catholicism, Christianity, and a lot about Christ. But my entire time during school, it never sat well with me just to believe that, like, this one man, like, died for our sins. You know, to me, it was kind of like, okay, I feel like what he's trying to do is show us, like, the abilities that we all possess, you know, because we're all children of God. We're all made in the image of God, which, you know, I feel like a lot of religious texts, like, they do point to a lot of truth in that way. It's where they hold universal truths. I really feel like it's the way that we interpret these religious texts, you know, because I don't think they're necessarily bad. It's just the way that obviously humanity has utilized them to manipulate mass groups of people to acquiesce to what it is they wanted them to do, you know, to get these people to get along, to get these people to go ahead and do what it is they wanted them to do. Anyway, guys, like I said, when I think about spirituality, I start going off in a million different directions. So anyway, let me go back to the Catholic school bit. So yeah, I went to Catholic school my whole life. So I learned all about religion. And even while I was in Catholic school, it's like I would love reading my Harry Potter books. And I was really into like like witches and like little, like, you know, when I was like in first and second grade. And I remember the nuns would like take my Harry Potter books from me, and I'd be like, what the fuck? Like, this lady just took my Harry Potter book. I'm pissed. And one day my mom came to the school and she was talking to the principal. One of the nuns was there, and she was just saying how it's inappropriate for us to be reading a book about witchcraft, you know, because it's against God. And like my mom, she kind of just like went along with it. But when we got home, she was like, here's your book. And I was like, thanks. Like, god damn, you know, like I'm trying to chill, like, and enjoy my life. And I remember always feeling so like just so oppressed, you know, like I feel like there was just so much oppression going on in that type of environment. But yeah, like I said, everybody's on their own journey. Like, I want everybody to know, too, when I'm sharing my story and sharing my perspective, this is in no way knocking anybody else with where anybody else is at on their life journey. You know, this is me just speaking from my own experience, speaking from my own perspectives on things with where I stand right now, you know, because things always change. We're always evolving. So, you know, not knocking anybody with where you're at on your life journey, you know? Like I said, we're all so intimately connected as well. So I really just feel like the more we gain interest and curiosity in what the other is about, and the more open-minded we are, the more we keep like an open heart about things, the less fear there will be going around, you know? Like, there's a lot of fear, you know, obviously in the media and the way that we're brought up, you know, the way that society is constructed. Like, guys, there's a lot of different things, but I really feel like there's a large, like, everything is changing. I really feel like things can sometimes seem like they're really bad on the surface, especially when you get it more from like major media news sources and things like that. But I really feel like there's a lot more good happening, and people are really coming together. And like, I'm speaking with you guys right now. I don't know who the hell's gonna watch this video, but I'm sitting here being the damn mess that I am, just authentically expressing myself as much as I can while looking at a camera. and just sharing my journey and sharing where I'm at with things. And we're all just becoming more and more connected, I feel, you know, and they don't want us to be aware of that. And when I say they, I envision like obviously the, let's say like the 1% or the few people that make the large amount of decisions for what the mass population does, you know, like the people that make this what it is. But we all make it what it is. But we're coming to realize that, you know, we're also creators. All right, I'm done. I'm a mess. I'm going to get off this thing. I love you guys. I hope that answered the question a little bit. I went off all over the place. But yeah, I'll make another video on this soon. I just want to go ahead and put something out there and to get used to being on camera. And I will keep putting out more content for you guys. Yes. Okay. Have a great day, you guys. Mwah. Sending so much love.